Then we're going to cut it, turn it around, and cut it again. Reset the saw to 19 and a half. Now I can rip both pieces out. Okay, now I need a rip out of this piece. That's 4 inches. For now, this is waste. Okay, so I'm going to label the parts so I don't get confused later. CTFC times 2. This is a side. SD, this is the side, SD. Okay, so this is cut, the major piece here is cut. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is all these pieces that came out of the first piece that I cut have the same joint on it. So I'm going to put the joint on and then rip it down into its components. This is a shaper that has a cutting head on it that cuts a tongue. I never change this machine because it's the way I build furniture. So it always stays the same. There's another shaper in the back of the shop that I use for profiling and everything else, but this shaper stays the same. So now I'm going to cut the tongue for a tongue and groove joint on all the pieces that are going to be cut out of this sheet. That's the joint that I just cut on both sides of the sheet. And since this is the width of the cabinet that I'm building, all the pieces will be exactly the same. 19 3/8, because I want to trim that factory edge. I cut into 19 1/4, and go to 19 3/8 for the first cut. Okay, we reset to the dimension, which is 19 1/4. Now we have a nice sharp edge, straight, true, square on this piece. Next, I'm going to cut this whole piece out into 4-inch wide pieces. I already have a cut edge here. I don't have to recut anything. Set this off at 4 inches. So now I have 7 pieces, exactly the same. Joints are already cut. There are some more operations to be done on this, which we'll get to in a little bit. Let me show you the joint that I'm using here. This is the tongues that I cut on the shaper. It's a 1/4 by 1/4. It trims the top a little bit. It's about a 1/16 of an inch, and then the balance is cut off of the bottom. And then we cut a groove. And when you go to assemble this, this is all glued up because I don't want any screws showing or plugs. Lines up just perfectly. Everything will go together squarely where it belongs. I don't have to worry about it when I'm trying to glue up to make sure pieces go right. No nails, no screws. I'll show you how I cut those joints in a minute.